Well, how about the Department of Army? An absolutely massive organization, a huge amount of responsibility there. Give us a top line as to, how does the architecture, data, and standards group sort of fit into that whole ecosystem of modernizing?
Sure. First, happy anniversary, right? And then second, I think what came out was with the new administration, Secretary Hegseth and Secretary Driscoll came out strong with direction, which is how do we identify manually intensive process and leverage technology. And what I mean about that is, Mr. Garcia, the Army CIO, and Dr. Markowitz, the CDAO, which is the Chief Data Analytic Officer, kind of put it all in these bins, right? Where can we find lift, which is automation. So we went out to the echelons, the commands, and asked them, what are these manually intensive processes that you have, and where can we leverage automation? So we went out, we got information, and right now we're sort of kind of aligning those automations to defense business systems for the most part. The second thing we needed to do is sort of look internal to ourselves and see how we define defense business systems. Because as you look at it, I think there's so many things that are happening that are impacting warfighters on these processes and these sort of things that you have to do to kind of feed that information up to the senior leaders. So what we did was we started categorizing defense business systems according to Title 10 and kind of classifying them as covered defense business systems, non-covered defense business systems, and then there's this new category of defense business apps. And that sort of kind of gets into the accountability of things to make sure that we're tracking things that are accountable to defense business systems. And then we have this business IT, which are sort of decision aids tools. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is sort of kind of relook at these manual processes and leverage technology through these systems that we have that have to be informational, or I would call it authoritative source data that we need to make decisions from. So if you look at it, I think the order came out and says, let's look at manual intensive processes. We took it at, for my foxhole, I said, let's look at defense business. I think the CIO kind of delegated it down and said, look, we're going to do defense business systems. And again, we sort of kind of binned them into, let's find automations, let's redefine defense business systems, and then kind of talk to the community, the functional leads, and say, within your scope, what can you re-engineer to kind of deliver the product? So what we're trying to do is change the processes, but still deliver the same output.